Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to be starting in Genesis chapter 32. The chapter's name is called Jacob Prepares to Meet Ezra. I think that's how you say your name. Or his, I don't know. I think it's a girl. Last time, Jacob was running away from LeBron, or LeBran, I think it's LeBran, because he was treating him wrong, or not really wrong, he was just keeping him as a slave, and Jacob's like, dude, I can't take that anymore. So he left, and then LeBran came, and he's like, dude, why are you taking everything from me? He's like, and Jacob's like, I didn't take anything. He's like, you can look, you can search, I don't care. So here we go. Genesis chapter 32. Jacob also went on his way, and the angels of God met him. When Jacob saw them, he said, this is the camp of God. So he named that place Mahanaim. Jacob sent messengers ahead of him to his brother brother Ezra. Sorry. In the land of Seir, the country of Edom, he instructed them, this is what you are to say to my lord Ezra. Your servant Jacob says, I have been staying with Laban, and have remained there till now. I have cattle and donkeys, sheep and goats, and male and female servants. Now I am sending this message to my lord, that I may find favor in your eyes. When the messengers returned to Jacob, they said, we went to your brother Ezra, and now he is coming to meet you, and the 400 men are with him. In great fear and distress, Jacob divided the people who were with him into two groups, and the flocks and the herds and the camels as well. He thought, if Ezra comes and attacks one group, the group that is left may escape. And then Jacob prayed, O God of my father Abraham, God of my father Isaac, Lord, you said to me, go back to the country and your relatives, and I will make you prosper. I am unworthy of all kindness and faithfulness you have shown your servants. I had only my staff when I crossed this Jordan, but now I have become two camps. Save me, I pray, from the hand of my brother Ezra, for I am afraid he will come and attack me, and also the mothers with their children. But you have said, I will surely make you prosper, and will make your descendants like the sea, the sand of sea, which cannot be counted. He spent the night there, and from he had with him he selected a gift for his brother Ezra, 200 female goats and 20 male goats, 200 ewes, suggesting that's like some type of deer or something, 20 rams and 30 female camels with their young, 40 cows and then 10 bulls and 20 female donkeys and 10 male donkeys. And Jacob just has everything, don't you? He put them in care of his servants, each herd by itself, and said to his servants, go ahead of me and keep some space between the herds. He instructed the one in the lead, when my brother Ezra meets you and asks, who do you belong to, and where are you going, and who owns all these animals in front of you, then you are to say, they belong to your servant Jacob. They are a gift sent to my lord Ezra, and he is coming behind us. He also instructed the second, the third, and all the others who followed the herds, you are to say the same thing to Ezra when you meet him. And be sure to say, your servant Jacob is coming behind us. For he thought, I will pacify him with these gifts I am sending on ahead. Later, when I see him, perhaps he will receive me. So Jacob's gifts went on ahead, but he himself spent the night in the camp. Okay. Jacob wrestles with God. Oh snap. Don't want that. Don't ever want to fight with God. The night Jacob got up and took his two wives, his 2 female servants, and his 11 sons. Oh man. 11 boys. Oh man. and crossed the ford of the Jabbok. After he had sent them across the stream, he sent over all his possessions, so Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him till daybreak. When the man saw that he could not overpower him, he touched the socket of Jacob's hip, so that his hip was wrenched as he wrestled with the man. Then the man said, "Let me go, for it is daybreak." But Jacob replied, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." The man asked him, "What is your name?" "Jacob," he answered. The man said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans, and you have overcome." Jacob said, "Please tell me your name." But he replied, "Why do you ask my name?" Then he blessed him there. So Jacob called the palace Peniel, saying, "It is because I saw God face to face, and yet my life was spared." The sun rose above him as he passed Peniel, and he was limping because of his hip. Therefore, to this day, the Israelites do not eat the tender attached to the socket of the hip, because the socket of Jacob's hip was touched near the tendon. Well, that's a little, scary. He thought he was actually fighting with God. We all kind of do that, Sometimes we fight with him, over what we do, like sin and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just, he pushes us to go past our limits. This is how he gets us. Chapter 33. Jacob meets Ezra. Jacob looked up, and there was Ezra coming with his 400 men. So he divided children among Leah, Rachel, and the 2 female servants. He put the female servants and their children in front of Leah and her children next, and Rachel and Joseph in the rear. He himself went on ahead and bowed down to the ground 7 times as he approached his brother. But Ezra ran to meet Jacob and embraced him. He threw his arms around his neck and kissed him, and they wept. Then Ezra looked up and saw the woman and the children. "Who are these with you?" he asked. Jacob answered, "They are the children God has graciously given your servant." Then the female servants and their children approached and bowed down. Next, Leah and her children came and bowed down. Last all came Joseph and Rachel, and they too bowed down. Ezra asked, "What's the meaning of all these flocks and herds I met?" "To find favor in your eyes, my lord," he said. But Ezra said, "I already have plenty, my brother. Keep what you have for yourself." "No, please," said Jacob. "If I have found favor in your eyes, accept this gift from me. For to see your face is like seeing the face of God. Now that you have received me favorably, please accept the present that was brought to you. For God has been gracious to me, and I have all I need." And because Jacob insisted, Ezra accepted it. And then Ezra said, "Let us be on our way. I will accompany you." But Jacob said to him, "My Lord knows that the children are tender, and that I must care for the ewes and the cows that are nursing their young. If they are driven hard just one day, all the animals will die. So let my Lord go on ahead of his servants, while I move along slowly at the pace of the flocks and the herds, before me and the pace of the children, until I come to my Lord in Seir." Ezra said, "Then let me leave some of my men with you." But why do that?" Jacob asked. "Just let me find favor in the eyes of the Lord." Dun dun dun. So he doesn't want to, kill, his flock, It's like everything. So that day Ezra started on his way back to Seir. Jacob, however, went to Succoth, I think, where he built a place for himself and made shelters for his livestock. That is why the place is called Succoth. Hopefully I'm saying these names right. I know I don't say them always right, but I'll try my best. After Jacob came from Paddan Aram, he arrived safely at the city of Shechem and Canaan encamped within the sight of the city. 400 pieces of silver he brought from the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem, the plot of ground where he pitched his tent. There he set up an altar and called it El Horo Ezra. Okay, cool. Okay, chapter 34. Dinar. I want to say dinar, but I know that's probably wrong. And the Shechemites, yeah, let's say Shechemites. Now in Dinar, the daughter Leah had born to Jacob, went out to visit the woman of the land. When Shechem, the son of Hamor and the Hivite, the ruler of that area, saw her, he took her and raped her. Whoa. That turned for the worse. His heart was drawn to Dinar's daughter of Jacob. He loved the young woman and spoke tenderly to her. And Shechem said to his father Hamor, "Get me this girl as my wife." When Jacob heard that his daughter Dinah had been defiled, his sons were in the fields with his livestock. So he did nothing about it until they came home. Then Shechem's father Hamor went out to talk with Jacob. Meanwhile, Jacob's son had come in from the field as soon as he heard what had happened. They were shocked and furious because Shechem had done an outrageous thing in Israel by sleeping with Jacob's daughter, a thing that should not be done. But Hamor said to them, "My son Shechem has his heart set on your daughter. Please give her to him as his wife." The intermarry with us, gave us your daughter and take our daughters for yourselves. You can settle among us. The land is open to you. Live in it, trade in it, acquire property in it. Then Shechem said to Dinar's father and brothers, "Let me find favor in your eyes, and I will give you whatever you ask. Make the price for the bride and the gift I am to bring as great as you like, and I will pay whatever you ask me. Only give me the young woman as my wife." So messed up. He rapes her, and then now he just wants to marry her. You're doing it all wrong, man. Because their sister Dinah had been defiled, Jacob's son replied deceitfully as they spoke to Shechem and his father Hamor. They said to them, "We can't do such a thing. We can't give our sister to a man who is not circumcised. That would be a disgrace to us. We will enter into agreement with you on one condition only, that you become like us by circumcising all your males. Then we will give you our daughters and take your daughters for ourselves. We'll settle among you and become one with people. But if you will not agree to be circumcised, we will take our sister and go." Still, it doesn't right the wrong. He should be punished, not trying. Their proposal seemed good to Hamor, and his son Shechem, the young man who was most honored of all his father's family, lost no time in doing what they said, because he was delighted with Jacob's daughter. So Hamor and his son Shechem went to the gate of their city to speak to the men of their city. "These men are friendly towards us," they said. "Let them live in our land and trade in it. The land has plenty of room for them. We can marry their daughters and they can marry ours, but the man will agree to live with us as one people only. Only on the condition that our males be circumcised, as they themselves are. Want their livestock, their property, and all their other animals become ours. So let us agree their terms, and they will settle among us. The only thing good that's coming out of this is, yeah, they're joining together, but it's like, it started over just one girl. She's working, and she get, raped, and then the guy's like, oh, I want to marry her because, I love her, and you fight a whole, and, dude, just wrong. All the men who went out of the city gate and agreed with Hamor and his son Shem, and every male in the city was circumcised. 3 days later, while all of them were still in pain, two of Jacob's sons, Simon and Levi, Dinar's brothers, took their swords and attacked the unsuspected city, killing every male. They put Hamor and his son Shem to the sword and took Dinar from Shechem's house and left. The sons of Jacob came upon the dead bodies and looted the city where their sister had been defiled. They seized their flocks and herds and donkeys and everything else of theirs in the city and out in the fields. They carried off all their wealth and all their women and children, taking as plundered everything in their houses. And then Jacob said to Simon and Levi, "You have brought trouble on me by making me obnoxious." Yeah, obnoxious? I don't know. I'm sorry, these words. I want to say it's obnoxious. Probably saying that totally wrong. I am so sorry. To the Canaanites and the Perizzites, the people living in this land. We are few in numbers, and if they join forces against me and take me, I and my household will be destroyed. But they replied, "Should he have treated our sister like a prostitute?" No, he shouldn't have, but it doesn't give you the right to go kill everyone. Yeah, you guys agreed that, you're gonna, make a pact where you're gonna circumcise everyone, but it doesn't give you the right to go into the city and kill everyone. You just can't do that. You can't rape people, but I don't know. It just sounds like an eye for an eye, but I would say that Hamor lost a lot more. So, next time we'll be in chapter 25. Jacob returns to Bethuel. Hopefully, no more raping. Not a good thing. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Leave a like. And thank you for watching. Bye.